So Westbrook, let's get more on that.
Attacks the basket relentlessly.
See the numbers during Westbrook in the 4 games during the restart before he had to shut it down. Having last played on August the 11th, Westbrook joins Harden, Gordon, Covington, and PJ Tucker. Faster for Russell Westbrook, and who would have thought, Stan, 13 months after that blockbuster trade, 11 years as the face of the franchise in Oklahoma City, lost his footing. They get it out to Covington, now to Harden with 10 to shoot. Harden goes right down the paint and gives Houston the first points of the night.
Well, Harden has been very aggressive. He's always aggressive, but especially when he gets matchups other than Dort in this series, he's going to go right at those guys.
There's Adams. And both teams struggling from the field. Westbrook finds his spot and hits over the top of Adams.
Mid-range jumper. He's about the only guy on this team who will shoot mid-range jumpers.
Westbrook inside taking on that defense. It's kind of a throwback, that 2-point shot. Quickly becoming a thing of extinction in the NBA, especially with Houston. That's a 3 from Paul.
Green before Covington can get out on him and knocks down the 3.
Harden the attack and a tough floater. Dort having some pretty decent success slowing Harden down the last couple of days. Games, I should say. Adams inside. Pretty reverse on a putback by Adams.
Adams' size, obviously, very, very tough for Houston to handle on the glass.
Gordon runs Paul around a pick. Inside to the rack.
Westbrook does.
Gordon, a frustrating year dealing with all the injuries. Trying to finish strongly and get Houston to the semis. That is Tucker.
They're comfortable competing for that championship once again, but now there's just a new resolve to keep social justice in the forefront of their minds as well, guys.
And this has been the story so far. Poor shooting by the Thunder. 3 of 18. Harden right down Broadway.
Well,
that is an accomplishment against Houston. Now, granted, Russell Westbrook's absence hurt them in this series as Nerlens Noel sneaking in back. As they went full throttle to that small ball lineup with Covington as basically their center. Dort lost the handle, gets it back and puts it down. The official
3 in the series.
Just has not been able to get his body right with any consistency this season. House, that's a corner 3, got it for Houston.
Let these guys play on.
Here's Rivers, puts it on the deck against Paul. Old teammates with the Clippers. Not
his defense and what he does on the other end of the floor. So I think pace-wise on both ends, we've got to be better here going to the second.
Coach, it's been
That's not going to work for Oklahoma City. They've got to figure out a way to get those other guys involved.
Here's Baisley on a 3. That's good. Boy, how desperately from November the 29th to the end of the regular season, the Thunder had the best record in the Western Conference, 38-17 during that stretch. Only Milwaukee and Toronto were better. As Daniel House.
Close games, a lot of that has been Chris Paul and their 3-guard lineup, but their defense is so solid and gives them a chance to stay in games.
How good has Schroeder been the last couple of games of this series? Quiet start so far here. As he fires at 3, right on cue. Splash.
Well, they've got to get these guards going, and they're starting to right here. In their 2 losses to start, the 3 guards, Paul, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Schroeder, averaged 46.5 points. And then in the 2 wins...
Arguing with the official.
He was right. He got fouled.
Here comes Tucker. Right to the rack. Now to Adams. Shot clock down to 4. Adams puts it on the deck, goes right into the chest of Jeff Green.
Skilled play there by the big guy.
Had to leave game 3 with that bruised knee. A nice little float.
And that's how he's gotten them from driving the ball. He's struggled to shoot it, but he's been very effective putting the ball on the floor.
A pretty hanging, couldn't finish. And the rebound knocked into the hands of Schroeder. It's a 3-point game, and Schroeder headed to the little juke step. Look at Dort. Right into his chest. Offensive rebound, Tucker. Harden left, got it.
Clinic of individual defense by Lou Dort, and then you give up the second shot, and he gets a wide open 3.
It's a corner three from Schroeder, and he can now 1 of 10. Offensive rebound by Adams. And they'll reset, or Schroeder will shoot, and why not? He is red hot. Right quad strain. D'Antoni, oh, nice pass inside to Dort. What a find by Schroeder.
Rolling to the rim on pick and rolls.
And Stan, we heard Rebecca tell us as Harden squares up on a three and hits. Badly needed shot for Houston.
And described him as a presence that is unmatched, that he has so much energy that you really miss him when he's gone. Right now, he's certainly showing that presence.
Really was one of the surprise clubs in the league this season. 44 wins as they captured the 5th seed in the West. Gordon taking on contact.
I'm wondering about isolated on the wing, on the side, where Houston can load up their defense.
Covington, strong move to the cup. And just like that, the Rockets lead back to 5. 10 straight points. Schroeder with a quick answer. Tucker on the bench with 3 personals. 8 on the timer. Paul shoots over Covington and sticks it. Only his 2nd field goal of the half, and it's a 1-point game. Thunder do have a foul to give here. 40 seconds. Beautiful pass. Harden to Gordon. Peace after the Thunder came back from the 0-2 series hole, winning the last 2. And they're down 3 as we begin the second half. 3-pointer from the corner. That is Covington.
Hill, he was not happy with their spacing on several possessions in the first half.
Harden was highly efficient in the first half, and that continues.
In the shot clock, that's bad offense for Oklahoma City.
And that's his 2nd turnover in less than 2 minutes. That is Gordon. Strong. The series had to leave the campus to have that right knee examined, and we will be watching later tonight on TNT. Here is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Stan, you just said it during the break.
They like Lou Dort defensively. They just could not function offensively with him on the floor. And they're having a hard time functioning going offensively because they're going at him defensively.
Well, same could be said for Chris Paul. He's been awfully quiet so far. 2 of 6 from the field as Covington.
Are important. Houston doing a great job at both ends of the floor, understanding the personnel and attacking matchups.
Another turnover that time by Paul, and look at Gordon. They just keep on coming. 3-pointer. And back come the Rockets now. Oklahoma City, if you've just joined us, is 5 for 28 from 3. Covington on a corner 3. Splash! And
spacing and do a good job with it. They've got multiple options out there.
Another turnover. It's Gordon again. And Billy.
You'll see a link to voter registration. So if you haven't done it yet, you can thank Coach for it. This, though, part of
Mike D'Antoni, not only is he a great coach, he is the perfect fit for this team. You want to play small? You want to shoot a lot of threes? Why would you not want Mike D'Antoni?
Wow, P.J. Tucker, and you see Schroeder is going right to the official to complain. He didn't get into Tucker after the play. Tucker still didn't appreciate it, and right here.
Yeah, he has a little headbutt there, and you're right. Schroeder didn't say.
Going offensively for them.
No, and for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, it's been a nightmare of a night. They're attacking him on the defensive end of the floor. That was his 4th time on 4 against Houston.
Here's Dort in the corner, up to the rim, and that's what Billy Donovan wants to see, not settling for those threes. So Schroeder, Tucker ejected, as you see there. And how do the Thunder respond here down the stretch? They're down 18 points. Paul. Adams is there to clean it up. 1 win away from the NBA Finals a couple of years ago. We know about his contract as Paul squares up and hits. Broke off, have this team getting closer to a win.
Yeah, they've just exploited matchups at both ends. But right now, he's even going to get him under control. You could go with a better offensive guy, but with Schroeder out of the game, Billy Donovan just doesn't have other offensive options.
Adams, by the way, a double-double, 14 and 12. Beautiful pass, and then House. Extra feed to Rivers. Got it! Field, and he's now 1 for 5 from 3. Rivers into the corner for Green. That's a three. Down Baisley. Here's Dort. Blocked by Harden. Just misses a three. Rockets haven't needed much from Westbrook so far. He's played 18 minutes and has scored 5 points. Paul left open. Minutes.
And he's got 4 turnovers, and they're attacking him at the defensive end of the floor.
And he is now 0 of 9 from distance.
They're not even trying to close out or get a hand up on Lou Dort at all. They're just letting him. Young guy like Lou Dort responds in game 6. You know, when you're going to be in a matchup against James Harden, it's going.
.com or visit the NBA app. Well, if you've just popped on with us, as Westbrook comes full head of steam, blocked at the rim by block meetings as the president of the Players Association. We heard Rebecca's report earlier. He's been such a pro as Covington buries at Ferguson. No, you see playoff history, teams that have won Game 5 in a 2-2 series have gone on to win more than 82% of the time, as Noel able to deny Gordon. Outside to Covington. And that three-point avalanche by Houston continues. This is Darius Baisley on a three. Got it. Digits. Came back from double-digit deficits in the second half of both games 3 and 4 to win and to tie the series at 2 stand. So we know that they can bounce back. They've proven it all season long. Nice move by Gordon.
But we're really going to test the mental toughness in the playoffs here. Of you're in the playoffs now, and people have had time to really adjust and game plan as you go into Game 5.
And a second half that has been dominated by the Rockets. Ben McLemore, exquisite play. And Schroeder, right around the 7-minute mark of that third quarter, just completely took the sails out of the Thunder. Houston at that point was already rolling. And speaking of which, Covington stand going really small. No traditional center. And we've certainly seen that shift. And you just wonder how this team now psychologically can bounce back. They've done it all year long. As a three-pointer converted by... Again, this is a 3-point Houston lead at halftime. Rivers, couple of spins, and he goes glass.
Especially attacking the rim. Had a huge game, a 40-pointer in one of the seeding games.
Playoff run. You just get the sense that he's going to have to be big for them off the bench. Carroll stumbles outside. That's a three. Tick off the clock here in game number 5. So Houston will be 1 win away from the Western Conference semis. Nice defense underneath. McLemore denied by Diallo. Diallo with those hops.
Diallo showing off his athleticism here late in the game. You're out on the floor. There's not only your own team watching, there's scouts from all over the league watching every play you make.
Vertical ability.
I am not one of those who would have ever doubted his vertical ability.
Punch back after taking one on the chin here in Game 5. A dominating second half performance by the Rockets as they move.